Hey, Joseph.
Hey, Jacob.
How you doing?
Good.
Good.
Welcome to another episode of the Carpe and Zen podcast. It's flashing something. It says it's still recording this.
Okay, yeah, it says it's still recording.
Yeah.
It cut you off.
I'm Joseph Carpenter.
And I'm Jacob Lauritsen.
And together we are Carpe.
And Zen.
Thanks for being here with us to get all of your updates on whatever it is we're doing.
I thought we should, I don't know, maybe we need to tell people who we are at the beginning of an episode. What do you think?
We're filmmakers.
Yeah.
All right, now what?
Well, now you know.
Okay.
Now
I'm sorry.
Now you know.
I feel like I stole this from you. Like you had something grand in mind, and I'm like, oh, we make movies.
I don't know. Sometimes I just need to think out loud before we start recording. Also, kind of okay that we don't.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So who are we and what do we do?
Oh, well, we're filmmakers. And we talk about filmmaking.
Yeah. No,
And filmmaking news and gear and
stuff.
Films we watch.
Yeah.
And we talk about our company.
Yeah.
So, film.
Like the company that not what it's like hanging out with us. It's awesome hanging out with us in case you're ever wondering.
Yeah?
Yeah. I mean,
We're partial.
well, I don't know. All those that have hung out with us, which is basically
All of those. All of them.
our entire listener base. Did you see my mom's comment
On our episode?
on the last episode?
No.
Yeah, she was like, I love listening to you two ramble on.
Whoa.
Right.
See, I've been under the impression she doesn't listen. And that has been an important premise for this show. It's like, your mom doesn't actually listen, right? No, of course not.
I don't know. I could be wrong.
Is she just assuming we ramble?
Well,
Or did she listen to one episode where we rambled?
No, she's known us long enough to know that we just ramble.
Is she listening now?
She's probably listening now.
Hi.
Hey, Ma.
Thanks
No,
for
I think
listening.
we had a pretty good listener base for the last one.
Yeah.
A lot of the cast of Strange Friends listened in. Appreciate you guys listening in if you're listening to this one.
Thank you.
And
And they shared it.
they did. Yeah,
Yeah.
it did get shared a couple of times.
It's
So,
nice to have new friends.
Yeah. I need to go make more new friends.
You were in hot water because you called people things.
I did. So
You want to make any retractions?
no. I apologize to Rich profusely. I was amazed that he listened to it, actually, to be honest. I thought, man, Rich has way better things to do. And John, I can't pronounce his last name.
Starts with an I, right?
Yeah, Ikithakwa or something.
Someday I'll...
If he's listening,
Meet
I'm
him.
sure he'll reach out and tell me what I did wrong.
Yeah. And then everything else.
Yeah. So...
Yep. All right.
I mean, but seriously, who are we and what do we do? We're just guys that like to talk about movies and like to make movies.
Whoa. I think that's some secret sauce.
Nailed it.
Hey, I'm Jacob. I'm Joseph. We're guys that like to make movies and talk about movies.
We like movies. I don't know, what can I say?
Man,
It's awesome
that's
sauce.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm toying with an idea of calling us part-time filmmakers.
Okay.
Some people probably would find that offensive. Not like,
Because
you're what? No, but they wouldn't want to call themselves part-time filmmakers. It's like, what are you talking about? Every filmmaker is a part-time filmmaker. Like any director,
Yeah.
they can file for unemployment every single year because they work well, okay, that's offensive.
well, we were at Comic-Con.
But it's true. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot of time in between stuff that you do.
yeah.
In between, we have jobs that we make money off of.
Right.
As opposed to filmmaking where we make
$0.
maybe money in the future. We have a lot of hopes and dreams.
We have a lot of dreams.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We'll see how that goes. What were you going to say?
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing.
I'm done.
Nothing uplifting.
No. Okay.
Yeah.
So we have some ideas for how we should do the show going forward. One is
Right.
we should.
Be more entertaining.
Whoa. No, we haven't talked about that.
Oh, okay. I just assumed that was one of them.
Maybe we need to talk more so we aren't assuming as much. No, we decided we should structure and we should create segments.
That way we don't prattle on.
No, it's not going to change it. It's just it's just going to be like now we can
Oh man,
post it instead of one big long video. We post it as segments.
it's almost a spit take on my $300 mic. I love this mic.
It would go straight through.
Yeah,
Maybe
I don't know.
it could. Maybe. I wouldn't spit on your mic.
All right, so let's talk about the structure then. What have we got for the structure for today?
Okay, so I texted Joseph today. I'm like, hey, so are we going to podcast tonight? He's like, okay, I'm not busy. I'm like, great. I've got nothing.
That's about how the conversation went.
And then I was like, okay, so after a lot of analysis, I've come to the conclusion there are 5 topics we talk about. They are as follows. Us, like, what we're working on or whatever.
Because we're so interesting.
Well, I mean, maybe. Filmmaking news, like what's going on in the world of movies, filmmaking.
Which feels a little thin right now.
Well, I mean, what can you say? Well, there's a big, I don't know. We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Next.
Just other topics in filmmaking, like how to, or just issues like, talk about lighting or microphones or whatever. And yeah, gear, gear. And then just like what we've been watching.
Gear lust. I feel like that just needs to be a segment all its own. What gear do you lust after today? Mm-hmm. What can you not have today?
What can you not have? Everything.
Very long.
This requires money. No, we want all the things, except for maybe what we're going to talk about today.
Right.
I don't know.
Okay.
Anyway, so let's start by talking about us.
Okay.
Which I mean,
we soft started them with it.
Yeah. So what's the update on? I want to update everyone on what we've been doing lately.
Right.
I did not do anything this past week.
On Ace?
Sorry. Well, see, here's the thing.
That was a heck of an update, buddy.
I think okay.
We're off to a great start on this show.
I spent several years of my life working on a doctorate in education, and then I thought, you know what? I should use that degree. So I also, in addition to taking on more film projects than I could probably handle while also working full time, I also am like, hey, I'm going to write a chapter for this, peer-reviewed publication, and I'm going to write a textbook, and I took on too much. By the way, that the chapter in that peer-reviewed publication, it's published as of today.
Mazel tov.
Yeah, thanks.
Woo.
Sprinkles.
That's me throwing confetti.
Yeah.
We'll edit it in later.
No, we won't.
We won't.
No, we won't.
It won't be edited.
So that got
later.
published. I mean, they sent me the official, like, here you go. Here's your digital copy proof.
Uh-huh.
When I first saw the headline for the video, I'm like, really? They're going to give me a copy? Because the book's supposed to be like $150. Because in education,
well, it's an educational book. Education
in academia, everything costs way more than it should.
Way more than it should.
But no, I didn't get one of those. I got a PDF, basically. Oh. But hey, I got to say, I got published, right?
That's cool.
Yeah,
Mazel tov, man.
And I also have to meet with the publishers for my textbook in 2 days. So I told myself I'd be getting ready for that by working on it.
And how's that going?
After we talk tonight, I should probably work on it. I get distracted sometimes.
Are we seriously just going to make an entire show about our procrastinations? Because I'm totally into that.
Because I'm into that.
Because that's exactly what I feel.
Let me tell you what I'm not going to be doing tomorrow.
Watching TV or doing anything enjoyable.
No. That would be the mature thing to do. And I should be mature. But all that equipment I ordered, it comes in tomorrow.
What equipment?
So for school, I'm also a media teacher.
Uh-huh.
We saved up some funds, and we're going to Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K.
Woo!
And the associated gear.
Okay.
Like I got some equipment started showing up last week, and it's like I just died laughing showing it off to my students because I'm like, okay, so we've got 4 batteries and 4 XLR cables, and that's what had come in the first wave.
That's always the first stuff that shows up.
And then today we got a power cable.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I'm like, okay, I should email the secretary who placed the order and like actually has tracking information. Because I'm trying to be nonchalant, like, oh, whenever. No. Like, I'm super excited and stoked for this to come in.
Yeah.
So I emailed her. I'm like, so, do you have a date or anything? And she's like, oh, yeah, tomorrow. Okay, so the big order from B&H is coming tomorrow.
That's cool.
Yeah, so I'm excited for that. Which is why I don't think I'm getting anything done tomorrow.
You can be playing with cameras all day.
I got to learn how to use it, right?
Yeah. When I moved over to media at my job, it was literally at the height of the COVID scare, right? So they're like, okay, tell us all the things that you want to order. 6 months later, I got stuff from B&H. It took 6 months.
So when they were placing the order, we'd put in for the Rode pod mics for 4 of them to run a podcast, among other things. And it was back ordered because they're incredibly popular. And so secretary calls me up. She's like, so this is back ordered. They suggested this one instead. And I'm like, am I going to have to go through the paperwork process again? She's like, no, as long as it doesn't cost more. So we ended up ordering 4 of the Zoom ZM1s. It's like an $80 dynamic mic.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, we like Zoom.
We've had good luck with Zoom.
We really, this is being recorded on our H6.
Yeah.
We use the H5. I've got an H1 up at work. The recorders I've loved, and they all have microphones on them.
Yeah.
But we like to do other things.
Awesome.
Oh no, we've got the F1 as well.
Yeah, that's right. We do.
We love.
F1.
So
Yeah.
it's like, well, okay. Let me.
Cool.
So I listened to a couple. I listened to Podcastage's review of it. I'm like, okay, that's good enough for me.
Cool.
We saved.
That's very
$80 too.
That's very exciting. New gear is always exciting. Like
We're getting
who doesn't
we're getting
love
a small rig cage,
Yeah.
and
Who doesn't love new gear? Nobody loves new gear.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
so I'm going to be useless for the next few days, and I'll have nothing to talk to my editors about.
Oh, I love it. I'm jealous, actually.
Yeah. So I didn't get any editing done. Sorry.
Thanks for the update.
In other news, we're starting to talk about our goals for 2021 last week.
Yeah.
And I think I just want to articulate it like this. I want to finish what I've started and then make what I want. That's my goal for 2021.
Thank you, 2020.
It's like I decided I just don't want to,
I think this will be a pretty good year for us. We should be able to get 2 features out.
Yes.
Which is huge for us. This is literally 3 years in the making now.
Yeah. Yeah, with the doc for sure.
All this work that'll finally culminate. We'll finally have some results. I think that'll be great. And then
and
then we can jump in and start.
We could talk about what's next.
Yeah.
What do you want to do next, Joseph?
I kind of just want to get done what we have.
You're afraid to think past that right now.
Well,
huh?
I started off thinking, oh yeah, then we'll do this, and we'll do this, then we'll do this, and all of a sudden there's just not like, okay, now we need to go back and get this done, But I think next is probably a doc for us.
Okay, all right. We have a good doc planned.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably the right project to do next.
Yeah.
I want to call it Summit.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah,
I think it's gonna be really
I
good.
think it'll be good with everything that we've learned from these 2 projects. Yeah. It'll be good.
In the meantime, I think I want to start just practicing on a little bit more content, just making some stuff.
You want to make videos that aren't huge?
Well, I'd like to try more mini docs.
We were starting to do quite a few of those,
and we
short
were
little docs.
Getting really good at them.
I
Some
think
of them were good.
we were learning, and this is I've learned a lot about grading since then, and maybe even exposure. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. But we are getting some pretty good footage out of the EOS R combined with the Adamus
Yeah.
Ninja V.
Yeah. So I think I'd like to start doing a little bit of that in the meantime. I just don't know when. I don't know. I don't like to be one that complains about having too many things to do, because I don't like doing things. But
He does a lot of things.
work has just been insane right now. Like, I'm lucky to get away at a decent hour. You know what I mean? Like an hour where, and not have a day that just wrecks me and makes me want to not, like, crushes my soul and makes me want to not do anything. But I don't know. Hopefully, I'm gonna just try to force a few things.
Okay.
Just force a little bit, and maybe that'll help take some of the pain away. I don't know.
I just need a hit
Yeah.
of finishing a video project.
I just need
just a little bit.
need a little bit, man.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
I completely understand.
But I think that would be kind of a fun thing to try out a little bit.
Okay.
And then I'm trying to start writing again. I've been
thinking about that a lot.
I've had a couple of short films in the works that things that I think we can get done fairly quickly. Nothing that have to be large productions, and I don't even know where we would put them. I imagine they're just going to live somewhere on Amazon and on YouTube.
Yeah.
But just kind of proof of concept things. Maybe throw them in a couple of festivals if we have time to do so.
So we have a friend, who he went out to, I think he went out to LA, got a couple people together, shot a short on his phone,
Yeah.
edited it together, and then he's like, "Hey, I just got into this, online festival."
And I'm really bummed because I was supposed to edit it, but my computer crashed.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I got to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was he had some cool stuff.
Yeah.
Like, it's interesting watching something that you try to shoot with a really high production value with the phone, because there's some good things and some bad things about it. Obviously, like, depth of field is going to be limited,
Yeah. Your fall off's going to look weird.
but there's some things that it picked up really well.
Now, he did shoot.
It wasn't noisy.
Yeah.
It was like there was a lot of good things about it.
He shot with moment lenses. And then I think he shot pretty much everything wide open.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah. One of my responses was like, "So anamorphic.
Yeah.
Was that shot like on a phone?" Because like, to get to legit anamorphics, I mean, you have right now they've got some introductory ones, maybe about $600.
Yeah.
And then the real ones that are, buy a house. It's like you can buy a house
25 grand.
for the cost.
Yeah. That's a cheap one.
Yeah.
But
no, I mean, that's good for him. And we've just, we're just so tired of waiting. We're just like, skip this. We're going to make features.
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we should do some shorts.
Yeah. I just want to, I figure it's just kind of a chance to flex muscles. You know what I mean?
After
like
you
exercise.
after they spent 8 days shooting Strange Friends, I was like, 8 days.
Dude, I honestly.
Maybe we could shoot a feature.
I don't even know.
No, wait.
No, here's what you have to know about Burning Bulb. The whole production company, the whole shebang. They're gonna make movies, whether, like, if they die doing it. I'm like, no, we're gonna work 6 or 7 18-hour days, 14-hour days, whatever it is, so that we can get this shot, and this is how it's gonna work, and this is how we're gonna do it. And now Gary, he organized the entire thing, and he's just, he's got everything online. This is when this is going to happen. This is when this is going to happen. Yes, we'll take a little bit more time here. We'll take a little bit more time here. He's just, as a director, he's very get these things done.
How many takes was this finale shot?
Okay, so the finale took something like 46 or 47
It was
takes.
a lot of takes.
Yeah.
That's like Kubrick territory.
Yeah.
Either something's not going right or...
Well, it wasn't just that. It was, there were so many sequences that had to be incorporated into it.
Okay.
You know?
Because they posted a picture of the slate, and it's
Yeah.
like take 67 or something
And
like that.
dude, we started shooting that at, oh man, I want to say we started shooting that at like 10 or 11 in the morning.
Oh, okay.
And we weren't done until 8 or 9 at night. And that was just that one. There were so many other things they wanted to do that day, and none of it happened because we just did this one scene.
Yeah.
But I do think that it's going to be one of the better sequences of the movie. It went really well.
That's awesome.
We had a really great cinematographer there at the time who
Nice.
ran everything. His name's Avi. I'll tag him below. He was fantastic.
That's fantastic.
And I got to operate for quite a bit of it,
Yeah.
and act in it, you know, and it was a lot of fun.
That sounds like a lot.
Yeah, it was great. So
Okay. So I guess
that's what we're doing.
that's what we're going to do.